Let's get it!
Broadcasting to you from a little grass shack in the middle of the Pacific.
Live in the place to be.
Well, they're actually in the Bay Area.
Yeah!
But they are the premier Pacifica show that shines a spotlight on positive Pacific Islanders.
You listening to the sound.
Role models coming brown every Thursday night at 6.
East to west, we getting hurt.
Brought to you by Pacifica by Design. It's the iconic Faika Podcast with your hosts, Naki and Carl.
Hey, how's your ears?
Oh, I think they're better because this is heck loud. Sorry, Naima.
That's how our show is.
Turn me down just so.
We're loud and proud. It's season 7, episode 32 of the Faika Podcast. We are, we're beginning week 3 of the NFL. There's a game going on right now, the Eagles and somebody. We are going to talk about.
Let's see who it is. Keep going.
Yeah,
Eagles
and somebody are playing right now. It's the first. Minnesota.
They're winning 7-3.
Minnesota's beating the Eagles.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good for Niner fans. You want losses for the Eagles.
Second quarter. And losses for the Steelers, which, speaking of losses by the Steelers,
that is
past Sunday.
That is a topic because I wanted to make sure I didn't want people saying you're just wearing the stuff and then after you don't. So we'll talk a little bit about the Niner game. We will review UFC 293.
Yeah.
I've got some pictures and information to go with that. We have an interview that I did while I was in Washington, D.C., which is another topic, with Rosie Tavangia of Pikawa up in Washington. And our check-ins. Naki, that's the show today. What's good?
Yeah. So the Niners played this past weekend, and they the score was 30-7, and the Niners.
I like the pause.
Yes.
Is that for emphasis?
30-7.
So I was in DC running around, and I'll show some of the pictures of where I was at during the game.
Yeah.
I checked in, it was 7-0. I checked in again, it was 10-0. I checked in again, it was 17-0, and I never checked again until later that night. I could tell how that was going to go.
Yeah, I was like, hello? Anybody home? Hello?
I was glad I was doing other things rather than watching because and I did sit through. I watched the lowlights,
the highlights,
the lowlights.
What for you lowlights?
No, the Pacific Islanders let me down. I can tell that you Pacific Islanders out there were not rooting for Jalen Warren and Isaac Seumalo because they did not have a good game. So that one is on y'all. But all kidding aside, the Niners so we all knew they had an amazing defense. That is, best in the league last year. Didn't expect anything different this year, but the offense, oh my goodness.
They were killing.
The 49ers offense is a problem.
And Purdy shut all the haters down. So.
I don't know why there was haters to begin with.
I think because Trey got what is it? He got let go or traded.
You mean there's Niner fans that are hating on that?
Yeah, Mo is a freaking hater. He's, only because we gave up so much to get Trey, and then it
happens. You got to move. Yeah. You got to make the best decision today.
Yeah,
and I think the Niners have done that. Like I said, I think that is a problem team for the entire NFL because if the offense is going to play like that, the defense is going to be there every game. That's a given. But the offense looked unstoppable.
Yes. they just did a good job. Like Purdy had 220 yards and what did McCaffrey had
160,
152 yards. And then Ayuk 129 yards.
Yeah.
So they were kicking ass all day. And at one point it was Niners had 199 yards and then the Steelers had 1.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
So
I'm glad I missed the game.
Crazy. I'm glad. I'm sad that you missed the game.
Well, I'm going to show you the pictures of where I was during the game. So not only am I not sad that I didn't get to witness that debacle, I was glad to be doing what I was doing in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, it was a really good game. Mo was all over it. And actually, we were at church. So we went to church in the morning and the game started at 10 a.m. And I was like, oh shit. And so I said, oh, the game was going to be on. He's like, oh, what time is the game coming on? And I was like, 10. But church starts at 9:30. So he was like on his phone looking at the score during church. And I was like, fool.
I will say this about specifically Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy, and I don't like saying this because the Niners have been so spoiled with Young and Montana Hall of Famers back to back.
This
Purdy
kid
looks like, to me, he looked like a young Tom Brady. He's not overwhelmed by the moment. He's calm. He's accurate. He's timely. Doesn't get shook. I mean, it's not real fair to, Tom Brady won 7 rings, right? But just the way that Brady came in, because he came in when somebody got hurt. I can't even remember who got hurt with the Patriots. And Tom Brady came in. He was Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe was their starting quarterback. He was the franchise. He goes down, and Tom Brady just quietly steps in and does extremely well. So
Brock, he's 23 years old. Like he's a kid, not a kid. I mean, he's a kid, but he's like calm, cool, poised, collective. Like he's been playing for years. So he did a really good job. Like Ayuk came out of not that he came out of nowhere, but he had a really good game on Sunday. So I was like, what the? And of course, like I'm talking about Mo, but I was checking the score too during the Niners game. So
my phone was ringing a little bit. There was a few people that were letting me know.
I was like, fool. Of course, McCaffrey was everywhere. I mean, it was just a really good game. And I know there was some PIs on the Steelers, team, but we didn't cheer for you.
Yeah, that's
last week.
That's y'all's fault.
Whether we cheered for you or not, you still would have got your ass whooped.
No, I believe in positive energy. So.
Yeah, and we did. We were giving the Niners positive energy.
Talanoa Hufanga had an amazing game.
He was getting all the energy.
The only thing that he got lost in is he thought he was on the rugby field after he got that interception and threw a forward lateral, which, again, with the NFL, it's amazing that they catch that, because I saw the replay, and in real time, it doesn't look like a forward. It looks like a legal lateral, but then they replay it in slow motion and they got the call right. But you can't be discriminative in your support of the Pacific Islanders. It's got to be in support of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely, of course, we support all the PIs, but not when you're playing my team. No. So we're back to supporting the PIs on the Steelers team, of course. Vince, who is with Big Goose Radio, he won $700 during that game. Like in the beginning of the game, he was on social media saying, I'll bet anybody like 100. And people were like, I'll take that bet. I'll take that. No.
Oh.
He was like, I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet. And because Manny is a Pittsburgh fan.
Oh, so. He's a Seahawks fan.
Yeah.
Right?
Is he? I can't remember. But people were like, I'll take that. I'll take that. The Steelers are going to win. And then $700 later, he was like choo-hooing and go Niners.
Yeah.
And so
I was not as enthusiastic as some Steelers fans were, because they went 3-0 in the preseason. I mean, I'm optimistic they'll do better than last year.
Right.
That was a non-playoff team playing a team that was one injury away from going to the Super Bowl last year. So I didn't want it to go down the way that it did, but losing was not something I was surprised at. I was hoping
30-7 was the score if you missed it.
So if you bet the under was 41. So the Steelers helped you. If you bet the under, they helped keep the score, the total score, under 41.
Stop it. So 30-7, the Niners beat the Steelers at home. And then if you watch the crowd, if you scan the crowd, there was a lot of red in the team. My brother was there with my cousin. They flew out to watch the game there. Phil Alapati and his brothers flew out to watch the game there. I mean, it looked amazing. And it looked like they had such a good time.
I'm on a lot of Steelers message boards. they were pissed off in Pittsburgh. There was so
Why?
much red.
I know.
They were like, because the
if they-
Steelers travel well. They go to other
Yes.
stadiums but they're
Yes.
used to that. They're not used
at home.
to the way that Niner Nation showed up.
Yeah. They were
like,
pretty
why is there so
amazing.
much red? They were chewing on people going,
When-
did you sell your tickets, Niner fans?
Probably. When they scanned the football crowd, you could see it was all red. So
yeah, the
I
Steelers
love
fans
that.
were not happy about that. I didn't watch the game, but on the message boards, the Steelers fans were pissed off about how well y'all showed up.
Yeah, so it was a good game. I just want to shout out some people who are watching: Evelyn Okesene, Mele Lilo, Moana
Evelyn?
Sao, Anastasia Molina, that's my niece. Hey, Michael Tan with Behind the Lava Lava. Michael Tan, Matai Watches is huge. They won an award in New Zealand. I think it's best PI business.
Entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so that
Nice.
was awesome. I seen that on TikTok. And so yes, I love and Chaz is on. So welcome everyone. Thank you for following and listening and watching the show. We really appreciate it. If you're just tuning in, the 49ers beat the Steelers 30-7.
Hey, you're
home.
saying the same thing
Yes, I'm
over
so
and
sorry.
over again. Nobody
So
listening
anyway,
wants to hear anything about the Niners.
So we watched that, and then we CCT. Thank you for tuning in. So after that, that was awesome. But before that, on Saturday, I went to my niece's baby shower, and she's having a baby girl. So congratulations!
Did they do the reveal? Or is that still a thing?
She's having a girl.
Gender reveals.
Gender reveals are still a thing, but she didn't do it. She's just like, here you go, I'm having a girl. She's old school. So she's having a girl. And we went to her baby shower, which was in South City. Leah Falava is tuned in. Thank you so much. Flip it, girl. Go follow her. She's making earrings. She's an entrepreneur now, or she's been an entrepreneur, but now she's making earrings. She's coming into her own. So go follow her. Go get all the nice earrings. She made some nice 49er earrings. So go follow her.
Those won't sell very well. So she needs everybody's support to go buy those things, because they're never
I say that now, but they're sold out. Oliva, thank you for tuning in. So I go to the baby shower, and the food was amazing. It was they barbecued, but they had oca, and they had the crab potato salad.
What?
Yes, because Steph, my niece who makes it for the Amu barbecue, she made her crab salad, and me and Mo just made a plate. Sorry, Steph. We just made a plate of crab potato salad and took it home. So we ate that.
I didn't hear that.
Lily Noah, Samia, thank you for tuning in. So
I would have came down and ate some. Good thing you didn't
crab
tell me.
potato salad, oca, just like everything delicious you can think of was there. So congratulations to my niece Brina, who's having a baby girl. And then it was my birthday weekend. So the Niners went on my birthday weekend. And Sunday the kids came over.
That's all on the same day, huh?
Well, my birthday was on Monday.
But you celebrated on.
I celebrated on
day.
The whole month. Actually, I'm one of those celebrating
still going?
month. Going where?
Celebrating your birthday.
Oh, I'm still going. I'm still going. So Friday, Mo and the girls took me to dinner to Dead Fish, which is in Crockett. It's a seafood prime rib, mostly seafood. And I had Tino had recommended the super combo, which is crab, shrimp, mussels. Yeah, shrimp, and mussels, and the garlic butter sauce. It was so good. Mo had the cioppino.
Is the garlic butter sauce? So I get that, and I love
lemon,
I love
garlic butter,
dead fish.
Mm-hmm.
But is it better than what y'all brought to Stag Elite's crab feed? I can't imagine it being better.
The
falifu. The
coconut. No.
Okay. So it's good, but it's not.
It's
not
really good. It's probably at the same level. No. Yeah, it's
really good.
Yeah, so Mo makes this falifu for the crab. It's so good. When we go to crab feeds, if you see me at a crab feed, you're going to want to come sit next to me, because I share the sauce, I share our butter, I share everything. So, and So we get to dead fish. I eat everything that's nailed down. And then, of course, Mo has them sing happy birthday. I hate that. I hate
Yeah, it's
that.
okay.
Yeah, I
It's
hate
okay.
that. So anyway,
I've
so
had
then
that sung to me plenty of times, so
I
it was your
know.
fault. So
And I do
it's
that, yeah.
okay. It's okay.
And then, so go check out Dead Fish. And then also, if you see me at a crab
Ooh.
feed, come sit next to me because I always have the falifu sauce to dip your crab in.
What does Mose have at the dead fish? Because
He had the cipino.
okay,
Yeah.
so it's not what did he
Fish and chips. Yeah, he usually has fish and chips, but he's like, let me try something different. So I highly recommend the Dead Fish, and I love their food. And they had like fresh bread and butter, which we took. We packed up, and then we said, can we have some bread to take home? And they were very nice about it. So food is my
You think they
gift.
got that? Do you think they keep game? They knew what y'all did?
Oh yeah, we packed up. I mean, we literally had the bag on the table, and we're like, "Can we take some bread home?" And the guy brought it. Like we were
No shame.
no
Put it in
no
the
shame,
bag.
no shame. And then the butter, we're like, "Do you have a container for the butter?" So we took that. So anyway, Friday was dead fish, and then Saturday we went to the baby shower, and I got the crab potato salad that my niece
Crab
makes.
2 days in a row.
I love it.
Oh, so what did you have? So that's a Friday and a Saturday. What do you
And
have
then
for your
Sunday, the kids came over and they made salmon and a Caesar salad with homemade dressing that I love, and croutons, of course. And
Are they
then
better than
what is that?
Lil Joe's?
No, bulgogi meat. Bulgogi meat, and
So but you didn't have salmon. So what did you have? The bulgogi?
I had the bulgogi meat. It was kind of sweet and kind of teriyaki-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. And then
What kind of cake do you have? It's everybody gets their own cake, right?
I didn't have any cake
Uh-huh.
because I was drinking. So no cake for me. I had
You
to
have Bud Light cake?
what sugar do I don't have Bud Light anymore. I actually have
Did you ban Bud Light?
yeah, because what is that drink that I drink? I can't recall the name, but it's not truly White Claw. White Claw, because White Claw has the same amount of alcohol and less calories.
Oh, you're going to be drinking Michelob Ultra pretty soon.
No. White Claw has the same amount of alcohol content, but less calories. So I have changed to White Claw. So my brother and his family came over, and then my sister and her kids. And so the kids came over, and that's pretty much what I wanted. I love when we're all together and the grandbabies can hang out. And so it was really nice. And Mena, she's the photographer, social graphic design.
The documentation.
She got it looked like she got the kids toys, which they look like little toys. They were blue with the orange lens, and the kids put them around there, and they're 1 and 2 and 3 tops. And they were walking around taking pictures. We were like, geez, they were for real cameras. They were like little kids' cameras that you can upload, and then, they can use them continuously. So anyway, that was it. I ate. That's all I want to do on my birthday. And then Monday, when did I do Snacky with Nacky?
You were Toke Moana's.
Sunday,
Yeah.
I went for breakfast. I went to Toke Moana's, and I had the Bangi Popo pancakes.
As good as it sounds.
Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. I was kind of hesitant because I was like, Bangi Popo pancakes. And sometimes when you go to a restaurant, the pancakes are the pancakes were like, they were your standards. Like they were so good. Like I thought, the pancakes are going to be a little rubbery, like.
Well, then
they were not.
Pancakes is like.
They were so good. So Toke Moana's in San Mateo on El Camino. They are a Polynesian American restaurant. It's called Toke Moana's. We went there for breakfast after church, and I had Bangi Popo pancakes. So freaking delicious.
You sent me a picture of those, and I was like, what is that?
So I would drive, and it's an hour from my home. So I would drive that every day if I could. Right. So it was so good. And then we had Mo had, what did he have? Oh, he had the corned beef special, which is like the what is it? The hamburger gravy, egg,
Locomoco.
locomoco, but it was rice, corned beef, egg, and then their tuk sauce and some other it looked amazing. Mena had the bangi popo pancakes as well as I
Did
did.
she
So
like it as much as you did?
she's not a pancake kind of person,
Ah.
but I loved it. And then she brought the leftovers back home, and then I ate it the next day. So there was no
Yeah,
shame.
Bonnie Popo
I was like, Mena,
pancakes
can I?
twice.
Yes. Mena, can I eat your bangi popo pancakes? She's like, okay, mom. And of course, Monday was my birthday, so she can't say no. D boy, hi, Denny boy.
What's up, D-boy? Big purr in the house.
Big purr. Go follow Big Purr. It's a collaborative that we are a part of.
Whole bunch of amazing people
Amazing
and
organizations like Stag Elite, Faltasi, SCDC, all my usos, like
Pie Fest.
Mana Pacifica. Like it is the collaborative in San Francisco. Go follow Big Purr. Thank you. So that was Sunday. That was my birthday. And then I had started on Facebook, they have, if you want to support a nonprofit organization for your birthday, which was so amazing. Thank you to everybody who donated to my birthday fundraiser for PBD, and it'll go towards helping us, do the crazy shit that we do. And my goal was to reach $500. I raised $930.
Dang.
So thank you so much to everyone who donated. I really appreciate it. Love you so much. And so that I think is my weekend, because this upcoming weekend I'm going to San Diego for Small's 95th birthday. So there you go.
There you go.
Whew, you were sending me freaking amazing pictures from DC. Tell.
So I went on vacation on Friday. So last week we did the show. I went home. I packed for DC. And I went to on Friday. I went to. I was in the airport, and the guy I used to fly all the time.
Yeah.
And before you had to take your laptop out, but you didn't need to take your notepad out, your iPad.
It's different. It's like so different every time I go.
But I don't travel. So now I guess you have to take your iPad out.
Even with the TSA?
I didn't have TSA pre, right?
Oh,
I didn't get it.
You have to put it on your ticket when you didn't do that.
I didn't do, but I have clear.
Yeah.
So I ended up jumping online anyway, but I still got to go through the
TSA.
Yeah. So I go through, and the guy had an attitude. He's like, you need to, this is going to, and he tries to put it on me. Like, this is going to slow you down because you got to take it out to begin with. And I was like, I'm here like 2 hours. I'm the guy that gets here 2 hours early.
I got time.
I don't ever want to stress out about nothing. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm here way early. He goes, and then he gets pissy. He goes, well, it makes my job harder.
How?
I was like, well,
it's not like you got to take it out.
Well, my whole backpack weighs 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Like you're not working in a sand mine by lifting that up, and you get paid by the hour. So what does it mean? It makes your job harder. And
it was so early in the morning. So it's not like he had a bad day. He was just bad.
Got there. Yeah. So it started off that way, but then in the end, I just smiled and said, "Hey, have a great day," because I'm gonna have a good day no matter what. But I get there late. The DC airport, Ronald Reagan Airport, is packed.
Oh, I've never been there.
It is like a zoo. For those of you that have been to LAX at the Southwest side, how it gets like 3 lanes deep and everybody's honking and yelling. It was that way, but for like that whole terminal was that way. It was wild. So I ended up talking to my Lyft driver, and he's like, "Go to arrivals. Don't get away from the departure." So I ended up going upstairs, and nobody there. Like the guy had the cheat code. I went out there, threw my bag in. Love Lyft. I mean, it makes it so easy. You just get picked up and dropped off. So go ahead and throw the pictures up, Nainoa. I'll talk a little bit about the Naopo itself, but what I want to share quickly is the sites that I saw. So Sunday morning, I had talked to a few people, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to go do some stuff tomorrow?" And they're like, "Well, let me know." You know how PIs are.
Yeah.
Well, let me know. And I'm like, "No,
nah,
so
I'm out."
7:00, I'm out. I'm headed out the door. And you know me, I'm looking for a dive place to have breakfast.
Right.
And I asked the guy at the front, asked the concierge, at the front, I'm like, hey, where's a good place to have breakfast? And he goes, oh yeah, our cafe here. And I'm like, no, like a diner or something. And he goes, there's a Hard Rock Cafe,
Lincoln Waffle Shop.
2 blocks away. There's a Hard Rock Cafe. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I'm walking out, and then the valet's out there, and I ask him, I'm like, hey, where should I go eat? He points me to the Lincoln Waffle Shop, and I get in there. There's a picture of it. It is nothing but old people and cops. I'm like, this is as local as it gets.
Right.
And it was like a waffle shop. You ever been to Waffle House?
Yeah.
Where it is, they serve you walk in and there's no table service. Like, you sit at the bar.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Amazing. I had like grits and eggs and a real simple breakfast. But after I walk across the street, and I'm waiting for the lift. And so I'm standing there, and I look over to my right, and that's Ford's Theater. That's where President Lincoln was assassinated. I'm standing in front of it waiting for the lift.
Oh,
and
my
I was
God.
like, I look over there, I'm all, Ford's Theater.
That's crazy.
Right across the street, next to the waffle shop, is where they took, and I've read, I'm a history geek. They took him across the street, and that's where he ended up passing away.
That's awful.
Across the street. That's right next to the waffle shop.
Pancake House. Waffle shop.
I'm standing there in the middle of like history stuff that you read about. So
that's
Lyft
awesome.
picks me up and takes me to I wanted to go see as many things as I could.
Lincoln Memorial.
So I went to the Lincoln Memorial. It's hard to explain how big that thing is. That is huge. I don't know how many feet tall it is, but that is a big memorial. And you get I
want to go check that out.
It says like, please respect the space, and no loud. And everybody,
no loud what?
Don't be loud. Don't be running around. Basically, they're just saying be respectful in this space. Everybody was nice and quiet. Nobody was, yelling, being loud. There was people taking selfies and those kind of things, but everybody in there was just respectful of, of the space. So, I was kind of making my way around. So that is a picture from basically looking out from the Lincoln Memorial.
Nice.
So you think about
good view.
The "I Have a Dream" speech.
Yeah,
that's where it was made. MLK.
Look at you hitting all the spots.
That's where Forrest Gump. Jenny was walking out in the water in the movie Forrest Gump. But so a lot of things happened there.
Amazing things have happened there.
And I'm moving. Beautiful. At this point, I'm moving fast. So I've got like 2 hours to go. I went to see the MLK Memorial. This is a shot of the side. You can see him over on the right-hand side. That is him carved out of a stone. And it talks, there's some inscriptions on there. It's really cool. There's a picture, and that's big too. So
I love that.
It's cool seeing, and he's not a president. Yeah. Right. Those others there's FDR.
Yeah. Everybody Lincoln. There is like presidents.
Right. This is not a president's acknowledgement of, all that he's
so
done.
Awesome.
This was the World War II memorial.
Oh yeah. I like the other photo that you showed. Is that the one?
It's a video actually. So you go walk around, and each of those are a different state of the Union that participated in.
That's right. You showed me American Samoa, right?
In World War II.
So awesome.
And so you go around, and it goes in alphabetical order. In the end, I think it's West Virginia, and then it's District of Columbia, right? And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Then I see Guam, and I was like, Guam?
American Samoa better be here.
And right after that, the far west end, right? Because would be the farthest west.
Yeah.
That's American Samoa.
Very nice.
There's a pillar in there, just like every one of the other states. No, it's a video actually.
Video. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The video. So that is at the far end of that water that you saw.
I love it.
So this is the Washington Monument. It is hard to explain how big that thing is.
Yeah, because that picture of you, the distance one.
Yeah, like those are people at the bottom of that. It's 200 feet taller than the tip of the torch of the
Statue of
the
Liberty.
Statue of Liberty is 200 feet taller than that. So
which, by the way, will be there at the end of the month.
we are going to be there. You'll see a picture of that. There's a picture from a distance of it. Again, that's I was just trying to capture
So
how big that
awesome.
thing is.
I love the photos. Like you were sending me photos, and I was like, I wish I was there.
And that's looking back from the Washington Monument towards the Lincoln Memorial, right?
Yes.
So there's the waters of reflection, I think, and those pillars that you see, that's the World War II Memorial. And then the far end, that's where Lincoln sits on the other end. So basically it's sandwiched between Lincoln and Washington.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing those.
Yeah, it was a good time. Naopo it's such an amazing organization.
National Association of Pacifica Organizations.
So it's an association of organizations.
Right.
You and I were at a Airbnb in New Orleans. And there was like 12 of us, right?
Yeah.
There was not a lot of people there. When I went to this convening, it was a convening of
all of Naopo.
Of the health part of it. 32 states, organizations in 32 states.
Yes.
And they want
I love how much growth we've got. Like we're part of this Naopo, which is a collaboration of all these organizations, Polynesian, Melanesian, Micronesian. And you were telling me about our brothers and sisters from West Papua New Guinea.
We have a new contingent from West Papua. And it was, so there was a piece where, and I think you had said, hey, what's going on now? And I was like, you don't want to know. You don't want to know, because right then they had brought women up to the front to sit in front of everybody and talk about their culture. And so we were talking about childbirth, and they were talking about, there was a Chuukese Josie Howard.
Yes, Josie.
From Wow, We
love Josie.
She was talking about, there's different massages for a girl baby, a boy baby, the herbal baths that the mother gets. There was another, Micronesian talking about how they basically take the woman for that period of time, and they tell the man, you continue to provide the food, but they remove the man from the whole picture. And they're supported by all the midwives and all the women of the village. And they talk about how
love that.
It was just so interesting to see Micronesian, Melanesian, and Polynesian women up there talking about
I love
the
that.
first year.
Well, you had told me that, and I was like, oh my God, Ruta with, Mana Pacifica would have loved to hear those and be a part of that. So
it was so special to see. And then, at the end, the last night, they had each of the groups was bringing up, and they were doing their dances, and it was so hard. It was touching to the heart, because as they got up there, they were teaching the crowd like Tongan chants, and everybody was participating in the singing, and you didn't know what the words meant,
right?
But you sang, and it was just really touching to see the different groups. And I likened it to when I go to church, it's a special feeling because everybody's Samoan, right? But it's a different feeling when it's like groups,
oh my God,
Micronesian, Melanesian, Polynesian groups, and everybody's trying to learn their, like Fahina is Tongan. She's from the National Tongan American Association and Society. And she got up there and she's like, okay, so, and we were waiting for a group because they were figuring out their dance before they came in. She goes, I'm going to teach you something. And it was the Tongan rugby chant. And there were people for the Samoans were like, I'm going to participate because it's cultural, but I find this is hard for me to do because they're, we're so into rugby. But it was really amazing. So it was a great trip.
Fahina is a lot of fun though. She just jumps in. When we went to New Orleans, she was dancing down, what is that street?
Bourbon Street
behind the crowd, and she's so much fun.
We were going down Bourbon Street. We're trying to get around everybody. So I've been to Bourbon Street a lot of times, and I was like, you're not going to get past anybody on the sidewalk. So I'm like, Naki, come out to the street and we'll walk down the street. So the dancers and the cops, the policemen on horseback were walking down the street.
Dancing down the street. The horses were dancing.
The horses were dancing. The people were dancing. And as we're walking by, I was like, is that Fahina?
And right behind them
right
was
behind
Fahina.
them was Fahina dancing, like, just
her.
losing herself
Yeah.
in the moment, having a great time. And it's the same thing. The West Papuans were doing their dance.
Oh.
And I was filming it, with my camera.
Yeah.
And then I was like, there's kept doing this movement over on the left. I was like, what is that? It's Fahina. And she's dancing and she's trying to learn their dance. And as soon as I felt like, I don't know how she decided when, but it felt like when she decided she was good enough at it, then she stopped being on the side and she was
in the middle
with
yeah.
them. So,
that's awesome. I love. I'm not going to miss the next Naopo trip because I love
in Alaska next year.
I'm going because I love, you presented with Tafili.
So I wake up in the morning and Dr. Samoa and I are the leads for the DART Council, the Data and Research Council. We're co-leads, which he's the doctor. I do what he tells me to do. I mean, that's be honest about that. I help with the organization and stuff, but he's the clinical research data guy. And I'm like, okay, we got to present at 1, after lunch. And I look at my phone and I'm like groggy because I didn't get to bed. I didn't get the hotel till 12:30, go to sleep at 1, get up at 6. And I'm like groggy. And I look at my phone and I'm looking at this message and then I'm wide awake because it's Dr. Samoa saying, my flight got canceled. I'm not going to be there. You need to present all the slides. And I was like wide awake looking at it going, wait, what? But Tafili from
Alaska.
PC Alaska.
Yeah, PC Alaska.
Jumped in. She's
her.
The board representative of the DART Council, and she was, she was amazing in the presentation. She took some of the slides. We just got up there and I was kind of stressed about it because I didn't know how it was going to go. And I was like, so do we need to get on the phone and talk to Dr. Samoa? And Tafili looked at me. She goes, we got this. Don't worry about it. Right then I'm like, okay,
we got this.
I feel better.
Awesome. I love it. I can't wait to get to Alaska next year.
And that's the national convening. It's going to be the biggest meeting that we've had so far.
Yeah. But I also love that it's, like Chukis and Marshall Islands and Papua New Guinea and Fiji, like all of the Pacifica family, Polynesian, Melanesian, Micronesian is involved, like heavily involved. So, it's not heavy Samoan, it's not heavy Tongan, it's like really good mix.
To that point, we felt like, and this is what I love about it. We were looking at the memberships and we're like, we need more Fijian, Melanesian representation. So that was one of the reasons I did the interview that I did
with Rosie.
Yeah, Rosie Tavangia is Fijian.
Yeah.
And she's the newest board member. So we're going to hear from her. But at the same time, we recognize that we need more diversity of the organizations.
100%.
So Melanesia is one of the areas in the Pacific that we're really looking to bolster our representation with.
I love it. Big shout out to Naopo and all the council members that just do what the hell they do. Iromose, Malo Soifua. Hey, everybody tuned in. Thank you so much. Is cousin, brother Tone. Fakwawi is on. Hey, Tone. So yeah, those were pictures from Carl's trip that I love. He sent me the pictures during the weekend and I was like, I wish I was there. And then also, if you're just tuning in, the 49ers beat the Steelers 30-7 this past weekend, and they'll be killing the Rams this upcoming weekend. So we can go on.
We don't need to keep rehashing the past games in the past.
Just so you know. So you know,
I was looking at the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument while that game was on, and it got to 17-0 on my phone. I looked at it, I'm like, I'm not looking again. I know the end of that book.
Anything else you wanna?
No, if we're gonna head into community announcements, or are we gonna go to
community announcements? We just Bowono Lua, thank you for tuning in. Guy Boo and Evita Fatasinga. We have our community announcements.
Here we go. Fatasi's Free Hot Siva with Neo Veve is happening every Saturday of the month of September. Probably only 2 of those left. 1101 Fairfax Avenue, San Francisco, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Sign up today by clicking the link in Fatasi's IG page.
I love it. First annual Paul Noah Fatasi Fitness Festival is happening September 30th at Westlake Park, 145 Lake Merced Boulevard in Daly City. It's a free family activity, Hot Siva by Neo, which we just talked about, extreme hip hop with Rocky, youth baseball activities, and adult co-ed softball tournament. Make sure to register at Fatasi's IG page.
All My Usos, back in the news again, will be facilitating Journey to Empowerment next month, October 6th. Again, first Friday of every month is Journey to Empowerment. Murder Mystery Dinner with All My Usos. It's a free family event at La Malta Community Space in Burlingame, California, from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. All are welcome. We'll see you then. Get there early because that is going to fill up. It's going to be standing room only, definitely.
Yeah, and there's no saving seats.
No saving seats.
No saving seats. And like Chris said, no saving seats. You only save seats at bingo.
We'll be handing out scratchers.
Yes. The very next day, All My Usos Blood Drive will be happening October 7th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 2055 Sunnydale Avenue in San Francisco. Be the reason someone gets to go home to their family. Donate 1 hour of your time. Please sign up by clicking the link in All My Usos bio on Instagram.
Toke Moana, Anthony's Kitchen, and Bloomhouse proudly present South Pacific Food Fest. They invite the entire community to come out, support, and enjoy delicious eats from Pacifica-owned food businesses. Saturday, October 7th, that's one day after, the same day as the blood drive,
later.
But it is later, so you can do both. It's
Yes.
Saturday, October 7th from 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. at 255 Pulgas Avenue in EPA, East Palo Alto.
East Palo Alto, healing space for women of Oceania. Join Talanoa for Wellness with Iris Veimau and Ruthie Talamoa, open to ages 18 and older. This is a safe space to discuss, share, and connect, happening every Tuesday in September from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. via the Zoom link. Check flyer for all information.
Pacifica Grand Rounds is happening Tuesday, September 19th at 5:30 p.m. on our PBD page and YouTube Live. Dr. Rahul Jandial will be talking about chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE. So that's, we're talking about football, we're talking about head injuries. That's something that hits home with Pacific Islanders because we play those contact sports. We got to learn as much about CTE as possible. So check in on Tuesday, September 19th at 5:30 p.m.
Yes, awesome.
So we are going to go to the interview I did with Rosie from Pikawa, and then we will be back to close it out. So this was the interview that I did this past Sunday in Washington, D.C.
There you go.
We are here in Washington, D.C. at the Pacific Health Gathering for Naopo and App Show. We are here in Washington, D.C. at the Pacific Health Gathering for Naopo and App Show. We're here with We are here in Washington, D.C. at the Pacific Health Gathering for Naopo and App Show. We're here with We are here in Washington, D.C. at the Pacific Health Gathering for Naopo and App Show. We're here with
Okay,
So
we might have to play that again another time. We're having technical
We'll try to reload it.
difficulties.
And I want to see if you can figure out why that's looping.
Yeah. So I was while I know I was working with that at Tokemoana's when I was there Sunday. Vincent was my server, and so we decided to do Snacky with Nacky there, and we tipped him round 26. We tipped him $420. That's what we collected for round 26, $420. So, and we did it at Tokemoana's, and I was so happy. I love like that I've been wanting to tip there, but the PI waitresses that I get, I know them. and so today, that Sunday, I got Vincent, and then we tipped him 420. And Fusi, who's the owner, she came over.
420.
$420
Like
is what we call
420, like marijuana. Any buds with that, or just $420?
What is 420?
420, April 20th. It's
okay. Yes, 420. We tipped him 420. I'm a little slow on that. So we tipped him, and then I took a picture with Fusi, and you can see the video on our social media. And then Fusi had sent a message and said that
I was going to ask about that.
That had sent a message and she said, thank you so much for tipping him, because earlier some people were there and they paid cash and said that they had left him a cash tip on the table. And when they checked, there was nothing. And he didn't care. He just said, that's okay. I'm just grateful to be here, like grateful to have a job. So I was like, yes, we found the right person. But it was so nice. And Vincent was so sweet. He gave me extra sauce for my pancakes. So you know.
Is he PI?
No.
Okay.
No.
So again, we got a problem here with Naki discriminating against Pacific Islanders. So when the Steelers were playing, she was actively rooting against Pacific Islanders on the Steelers.
I wasn't rooting against Pacific Islanders. I was rooting against Steelers. Let's get that clear. Don't put thoughts into other people's heads.
Jalen Warren.
I'm cheering you on this week, but last week, if you're playing against the Niners, I am not.
Did you cheer against Troy Polamalu when he was playing?
If they played the Niners, yeah, but any other time I would vote for him. I just didn't. I just didn't vote for him. I mean, go for him while he was playing the Niners. Any other time, I will support my PI players, but not when you're playing against the Niners. So
if you want to see the round 26 of Snacky with Naki, you can check the comments on our YouTube page, because we'll put that in the YouTube channel. And then also you can check any of our social media, because I'm sure it'll be. Yeah,
I actually am. I am moving Snacky with Naki to its own YouTube page. Nice. It's up, but I only have like 2 videos there. So slowly I'll be moving everything there. So go check out the page. So so that was Snacky with Naki, and I forgot what else I was going to talk about, and I can't remember now. Everybody enjoy the rest of the evening and your work week. Oh, thank you, brother Tom. Fakawi family. So this weekend I'll be headed to San Diego to visit my mama for its mom's 95th birthday.
95. Wow.
Yes. So that's all do you have a Pacifica Proud?
Oh, I mean, I'll probably go football.
Okay.
So shout out to Talanoa Hufanga, who had
we didn't talk about. Okay, go ahead.
He had, interception, got to show flash the rugby skills a little bit.
Yes.
And it was high profile too. So
hit the T.
Always good to see, Pacific Islanders doing well. I don't discriminate. I'm always rooting for Pacific Islanders, no matter what team they go, what team they're playing on. I might have thrown something when Talanoa got his interception.
Yeah.
Just good to see. It's good to see. And so totally different topic, same topic, but Tua Tagovailoa is if he stays healthy this year,
oh my God,
that guy has it.
What was his stats?
I don't know what his stats were, but he was tearing it up. He
had such a great game.
He had a great game, and I mean, good job to the Dolphins for tailoring their offense around him. They played the Chargers that they're running. That's a playoff team. Chargers are a playoff team.
He had 466 yards, 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns, and was hitting third down plays. Like he was, I mean,
466 yards. That's freaking crazy.
He stays healthy. So you think about what this kid's had. He's had the CTE problems, multiple concussions. He's had hip replacement. And he is, again, he's had problems with injuries, but if he stays healthy this year, that Dolphins team is right in the AFC mix. They're right in there with the Bills and the Bengals and the Chiefs.
AFC Offensive Player of the Week
As he should be.
As he should be. He was freaking badass this week. Like, you can't even.
And there's haters out there.
And he shut those haters down.
And there's haters out there that his
punks who were talking shit about him.
He can't throw over the top. Well, he got 466 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh my God. Like,
must be doing
Tua Tagovailoa is like, he's a natural though. Like, he shut down every freaking hater in the freaking world. So thank you. Our Mel is on. Hi, Mel. We miss you. Love you. Thank you for tuning in. So, yeah, I mean, to a hip replacement. And then he was like, he was like, oh, we're very humble, but I will take it to the streets, basically. If I got to take it to the streets, I'm going to take it to the streets. So it was actually really good. It was very good game. It was
and that's not a nobody team.
No.
The Chargers were in the playoffs last year. So
no.
That's a legit, win against a good team, a solid defense, and he carved them up.
Yeah, and the Niners play the Rams this week, so
that's what we forgot to go over the UFC.
Oh, UFC! Oh my God, it was so good.
So let's start with the undercard. Carlos Ladies Night Olberg.
Yeah.
This kid has all the skills.
Mm-hmm.
He's 6'4", fights at 205. So he is normally, and I forgot to put the pictures in there.
Like, all the PIs did such great, but like starting from Carlos.
So Carlos is, and good thing about this is he was the main event of the undercard. He was the last one to fight on the undercard. So where you fight on the undercard
makes a difference.
Is where they see you as being important. Right?
Yes. Right.
So if you fight early on the undercard, they don't know who you are.
You just started. You're early on in your career.
You fight last on the undercard, you're almost on the main card.
Right.
So that's the best place to be if you're going to be on the undercard. Was a legit opponent, and he dominated that fight, and then ended up getting the submission late.
4 minutes and 49 seconds.
Missed the tap. So the fighter tapped, but gosh, what was his name? The referee missed it. So he wins submission. Herb Dean. Herb Dean missed the tap. He gets the submission to close out the undercard. The first person on the main card, first PI to fight on the main card, is Tafa, right? Tafa is the first one to fight on the main card.
Tyson Pedro.
Did he fight before?
He
Tafa?
fought before Tafa.
So Tyson Pedro fought, coming off a loss. So Tyson Pedro had hurt his knee. He was sick in his last fight, so he wasn't able to do cardio. Ran out of gas. Terrible showing. Came back. Needed to come back and put a stamp on that. Put an exclamation mark on it.
I mean, as soon as he came out, like, me and Mo watched all of those fights. Except for the last one, I fell asleep because after the PIs, it was like done deal for me. And so Tyson Pedro came out, and he was like, he was ready to go from the beginning.
He was hungry. He was aggressive. He was moving forward, and that's one of the things that he does better when he moves forward.
Right.
It tends to get in these counter. He wants to counter strike. He's better when he's moving forward. When he's first 12 seconds, 12, 14. I don't know, 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Shuts the guy's lights off, and then has a victory I don't know, samurai kind of put the sword away thing. He just did a really good job in front of the home crowd. The place,
blew up. His dad was in his corner.
It's Australia. Yes. His dad is a friend of the show. We use that term loosely. Naki met the guy, and he was friendly. He was nice. He's a good guy. So he's a friend of the show.
Right.
And then Justin Tafa fought, and kind of a rewind with that. Justin Tafa and Austin Miles, whoever the guy is, they fought before, and
that football player
in the eye, and it was a horrible eye poke. Justin Tafa was lucky to get out of that without any permanent damage to his eye. In the original fight, so it was a no contest. Austin Lane. He was lucky to get out of there with his eyesight in the first fight, and so they cancel it. They re-sign the fights, and Austin Lane pokes him in the eye again.
Right. Early on, and I was like,
Early
holy
on in
shit.
the fight, and I think that was the. I had enough of this.
Yeah,
It's not a sport
you
anymore.
motherfucker,
And
you.
now it's turning into a
Yeah.
street fight.
Yeah.
Shuts his lights out, and does the Iuli, which
It was crazy. 1 minute and 22 seconds in the first round. I was like, get his ass, because we watched the last fight. Me and Mo watched the last fight where he got his eye poked, and I was like, the hell, he couldn't go on, which was disappointing.
But lucky that wasn't permanent, because that eye went, that finger
it was bad
into his eye. So,
and he's a tall, like I thought he was super tall, like, or too tall. Maybe because no, Austin Lane.
He is.
Yeah. Isn't that was it a mismatch? No.
So you look at Tai Tuivasa and the guy he fought.
Yeah.
You look at Justin Tafa and the guy that he fought. They look like, one guy's like 6-7 inch taller.
Yeah.
Both of them fought guys who were way taller.
So it was a really good fight. And then of course afterwards he did his Chuhu and his Siva Samoa, and it was over. So I loved that. Was a really, really good fight.
And then Bam Bam fought. He's catching a lot of heat for it. Hey, look.
What is he catching heat for?
So an Ezekiel choke is a very rare choke in MMA. It is, you're choking the guy from the top position with one arm underneath him and one arm across his neck. It's just I think there's only been like 5 or 6 of them in the history of the league. But you get this knock that he's not in shape. He doesn't come in shape. He's not taking it serious. But when you don't take things serious and you end up being one of the top 10, top 5, top 3 in the world, he's doing it his way. So I don't, I think it's more frustration where people are like, but what if he did take it serious? Right. What if he did? But he's doing what he loves to do. He's out there doing it, and he's in the elite. He's not going to be, probably not going to win a title. Right. But I got into little comments.
The guy that he fought had a little bit more experience than
Volkov.
him. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know how tall he is, but he seemed like he was 6'7".
Yeah, he was like that. He was tall in the face off. You could see.
Yeah. And Bam Bam is 6'2", and so it was just a little off. Just a little.
He's fought some good guys.
Was he supposed to fight him, or was it somebody else that he was? That was okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was, he's lost 3 in a row now. So his next fight is probably a, need to win. The thing about Bam Bam, though, is he's a crowd favorite. So if you sell tickets, you put asses in seats.
Yeah, you're going to stick around.
Yeah, you're going to stick around. Plus, he fights, he fights exciting. He fights, go out on your shield. I'm going to knock out or get knocked out.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then in the end, there was one of the biggest upsets ever in MMA was when Holly Holm knocked out Ronda Rousey. That was in Australia.
Yeah.
So when Sean Strickland beat Israel Adesanya, he was not supposed to do that. That was not supposed to happen. So big upsets happen in Australia when there's a card over there. You can look for a big upset. But so Israel Adesanya is with City Kickboxing, and that's where Carlos Ulberg trains, and that's where Tyson Pedro.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I think that's why, they're upping their game.
Right.
I would like to see I like to see Bam Bam go there as well.
Right.
But big shout out to all the poly fighters that participated, showed out.
Yeah, it was a good fight. All the fights were great. And then what is that guy that fought last? Anya Son, whatever his name. Yeah,
Israel.
Yeah, Israel. He lost. So there you go. If you didn't see it, now you know. If you didn't see it, now you know. There you go. But that fight was so good. All the fights were really good. So, and they're PI. So if they're PI, I'm like really, really paying attention. I'm really paying attention. And if it's not, then I'm kind of paying attention. I'm probably doing work and watching the fight. But yeah, it was really good.
Next card has a Hawaiian on it. Dan 50K Ige.
Yes.
Is a featherweight or lightweight.
Right.
Typical poly fighter. He's going to get knocked out or knock the guy out. So
right.
Look for Dan Ige on the next card.
Yeah. And so we made a post on Facebook and you were kind of going at it with people and kind of not. I think people just don't.
So somebody posted, because you posted the 4 poly
Yes.
fighters,
Hmm.
and somebody said not a title holder in that lot.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And,
so
and you are.
what's your point?
Right.
Like, are you the top 20 in the world at whatever you do? Like,
No.
what do you do, first of all? And second of all, are you one of the 20 best at it in the entire world?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like if you don't win a title, then are you a loser? If you don't win a title, then
No,
that means
definitely not.
the vast majority of all fighters are losers.
Yes.
And that's
So
not the case.
that's not the case at all. But so October 7th also is Light the Night, which is a leukemia and lymphoma walk that our family has done for years, and then we kind of broke off a little bit, but it's happening October 7th, which me and my family are walking in Walnut Creek. It starts at 5 and the walk actually is at 7 p.m. It's our first time walking in Walnut Creek, so I'm killing time. So that's the first time we'll be walking in Walnut Creek. That's happening October 7th at 7 p.m. Me and my babies, and no pressure to our family. Whoever's listening, please do not. I'm only saying it just because Mo brought it up earlier. And then by the time we come back, I will have been next Thursday. I will have been talked about. Tamal's turning 95. His birthday is September 17th. So happy birthday to him. Mo turns 21 again. He turns 21 again on the 20th. So happy birthday to Mo. And I think I've covered everything.
What does King Saint Ali Mose
He-
get for his
He gets sleep. He gets sleep for his birthday, and then whatever the kids
Are
are
you
going to
inferring
cook
he
him.
doesn't get sleep if it's not his birthday?
Yeah, he does. Well, not really. No. So the kids, I'll be out of town this weekend, so we'll probably celebrate. We're actually going to celebrate his birthday the following weekend, next weekend in Santa Cruz. We're going a day, or there's a wedding next Saturday, the Saturday after, but we're going a day early to spend his birthday in Santa Cruz and dinner and
Wow,
chill
I'll
out.
see you there.
There you
We'll
go.
crash that thing.
Yes, you'll be there. Shut your mouth. So yeah, that's it. That's all I've got.
There we go.
So we're here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Come back to FICA with us.
Love y'all.